Hi guys, it's Jacob from StringBuzz here, stringbuzzworld.org being the music journalism site, links in the description down below. And we have a brand new song review for you today, and it's the latest track by Royal Blood, and that's I Only Lie When I Love You, so I'm going to refer to the original article as I usually do for these videos, so I hope you enjoy. So we have yet another single that has been released ahead of this upcoming Royal Blood album release. It's been a bag of positives for me, thus far anyway, some more prominent than others, I will say that, but I'm quietly surprised and I'm beginning to look, or rather feel, more and more excited the closer we get to this album release, or rather the release date anyway. I thought Hook, Line and Sinker was fantastic. I thought it was a great hard rock track, and I felt a little indifferent towards Lights Out on the other hand. But should we see what I thought of this brand new track anyway? Well, unfortunately, I do feel as if I'm kind of putting this in the same category as Lights Out. It has good moments to it. It has a strong collective performance, but it's missing something. And the duo's limitations were showcased a little more thoroughly this time around as well, which is something I never really want to say. The riff was fine, and to some it will seem more catchy than others. It didn't really seem that catchy to me, but I found the pushes and silences in the track much more exciting and enthralling, since it gave this track a bit more of an unpredictable atmosphere. The dynamics are great in this song. The vocal performance yet again is stellar, and I have to keep reiterating here that I think these guys definitely have some incredible talent behind them, considering how much better they are on average in comparison to much of their competition around at the moment when it comes to hard rock and the hard rock genre. So let's bear that in mind, that there's only two fellas here. Production wise, it's definitely more of the same really, and I mean that in a good way. The distorted bass fills both the low ground and the mid ground with this grittiness and a really nice tone. In fact, the distorted tone is much better than most guitars I'm hearing at the moment, let alone a bassist using a pedal. I thought the vocals actually had a bit of a sort of 80s influence behind them. A lot of people are comparing it to Queen, which I think you're going a bit overboard there, but I can definitely see or rather hear the 80s influence there when it comes to the vocals, with these heavily panned takes and some slapback reverb placed over the top as well. I thought the percussion sounded pretty great too, with the snare in particular impressing me since it crashed through into that foreground really nicely. And I haven't really got too much more to say about the mixing other than it's a pretty darn good job overall. When it comes to the musicality of this track, again, there is stuff I can appreciate here. I like the pushes. I thought the vocal performance was good overall. I thought it definitely possessed an almost grungy-like edge to it, and there are aspects that I do value quite highly, just in that list alone. However, the limitations did show, and it did occupy me a little bit, or rather preoccupy. If we compare this track to many from the group's short but successful catalogue thus far, I can't help feeling that it's beginning to sound a little bit repetitive for me. Is that a bit too harsh to say? The vocal melodies aren't particularly varied from other tracks. The track never really goes anywhere after that second chorus, so I think the track actually loses steam yet again after the second chorus, as we're given the same breakdown over and over again. And it's not anything surprisingly negative or broken or anything like that, but I did begin to tune out of this track on repeat listens, and it did fade into their discography a little when listening to an entire album back. Lyrically, well, the track isn't great, and I think this is an area for the group to really work on. I don't usually talk about working on things when it comes to reviews like this, but I think this is something this group could work on. Yes, they are a hard rock group, and the lyrics for these type of groups are notoriously below par in comparison to many other genres, but again, the same themes do begin to get a touch repetitive. They aren't bad, more functional than anything else, but I think on every single Royal Blood song so far, I've never really said that I've enjoyed the lyrics or really taken to the lyrics, which I think is a bit of a shame. So all in all, I think fans will enjoy this track, and on my first listen I enjoyed this track. But having said that, I don't see me actually actively looking for this track again to listen to, so I gave it a G rating of 6.5 out of 10, which is above average because I do think it's an above average hard rock track. So if you like this video, then please leave a like, comment what you think in the comment section down below, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you around next time. Bye bye.